Hey, Babs, is this thing on? Okay. Welcome to my EDU 210 screencast, the quick and dirty of it. It's sort of like a podcast, only less cool and more relevant to my curricular goals for Module 11. Now, the subject today is the Maker Movement, My Maker Day, and FIRST Robotics. So I'm not going to tease you guys. I don't want to do you like that. Let's just dive right into her. Now, what is the Maker Movement? I'm not saying that you're a 5-year-old, but if I had to explain it to a 5-year-old, I'd say that the Maker Movement is an emerging trend in the field of education. Basically, it's a movement consisting of hundreds upon thousands of teachers and other educational professionals who want to find ways to incorporate constructivist principles into the classroom by getting students away from listening and into making. Advocates of the Maker Movement want teachers to get students to simply make more and to try out new ideas, discover new things, and have aha moments. From this perspective, learning that is done in the process of trying to do something yourself is often the most meaningful and impactful kind of learning. When students feel like they own the product, they're going to feel like they own the learning. Now that we have an idea about what the Maker Movement is, let's talk about what I did on Maker Day. I actually visited 2 different booths that had representatives from different levels of the FIRST program. What I learned from these guys is that, simply put, this Maker technology is a robotics program that can be run after school by teachers with the help of FIRST volunteers and experts, but something that can also be incorporated into the classroom to A, help with the final FIRST project, and B, fulfill curricular requirements. That being said, the first thing that the FIRST people would want me to tell you is that it is so much more than just a robotics program. This program is part competition, part team building, part project management, part discovery-based research, part construction, part engineering, part problem solving. You get the point. Students are put in teams and learn about robotics through the process of actually creating a robot to compete in city and province-wide, even international competitions. Now then, as a teacher, how am I supposed to use this in my classroom? First and foremost, the FIRST program is a great way to encourage cross-curricular collaboration. While it has its most obvious connections with STEM-related subjects, the FIRST program immerses students in project-based learning that's multifaceted by its very nature. The FIRST teams consist of multiple roles whose goals for project clearly overlap with goals in the program of studies. From accountants looking after the cost of materials in math class, to programmers working on code in a CTS course, to engineers working on construction in a science class, it's easy to see how teachers can take aspects of this project and wield them into their lesson plans to fulfill curricular requirements. That being said, I happen to be a secondary school English major, and even I can think of ways that I can incorporate aspects of the FIRST program into my classroom to achieve curricular goals in the language arts program. For example, General Outcome 3.12 has students planning a research project in order to identify information needs and the validity of sources. When it comes to FIRST projects, students are going to be scouring the web on a number of occasions in their attempts to find solutions to the numerous roadblocks they encounter. So it's easy to see how engaging in this process could count towards achieving this general outcome for their English language arts class. The last thing I want to / have to touch upon is why FIRST Robotics would be valuable for my students. So I want to talk about why including the FIRST program specifically in an English classroom would be beneficial for English students. According to the fancy FIRST brochure, the program is designed for teaching participants a multidisciplinary set of 21st century skills. I want to focus in on that multidisciplinary aspect because I think it's really important and gets at the heart of why this program is valuable to English students. Completing English curricular goals while involved in a science project reinforces with students the notion that life and the sorts of work and projects you have to do in life is not separated into core subjects. The problem these students encounter involve multifaceted solutions that draw upon knowledge from a variety of areas. Whether it's designing a website that's aesthetically sleek and appealing to the viewer's eye, or creating a hype video that successfully incorporates a combination of music and images to get the audience excited, it's important to get students to do projects that don't seem Englishy, like writing essays and reciting Shakespeare, but that still fulfill the curricular requirements. The FIRST program can help teachers do just this. And this has been the quick and dirty of it. I'm Wyatt Eddie Arnell, and this is the end.